Statistics Canada has just released findings on Canadians and our incomes. Here to talk about, among other things, the top 1%, Jacqueline Nelson. Can you tell us what top earners in Canada look like?
So this is the first year that the household survey has looked at the 1%, and it found that earners above $191,000 make up our 1% in Canada. Now that compares to a much lower median income of $27,800, so there's a real gap there.
And what can you tell us about the demographics of who is in the 1%?
Well, it might not surprise you that it's the majority of males that are making up the 1%, and many of them are over the age of 45. Now, they're also more likely than the average Canadian to make their money from self-employment or investment income, which is interesting. But if they do have a job, they're most likely in a management role.
And what more can you tell us about what fields of work the 1% are in?
3 fields. That would be engineering, health, or business. That makes up close to 90% of the career choices that have been picked by our 1% in Canada. Now, interestingly, they're also paying a really significant portion of our taxes in Canada. So the 10% of top earners in Canada only earn 28% of the income in the country, but they pay 42% of our taxes. So that's really significant as well.
And there's always a lot of talk about housing markets across the country. What have we learned about homeowners in Canada?
Well, surprisingly to me, based on the headlines we hear all the time about the struggles that homeowners are going through, 69% of Canadian households actually own their homes. That's 69% of 13.3 million homes. So we're actually doing pretty well.